Right, we've got the open in 11 minutes. So not a lot is happening, but currently my bias for the day is it's going to be short right here at this level. Very interested in it. I do want to see what price is going to do. We're going to have an RTH gap that's going to be bullish. Sorry, bearish. Bearish open 156 points. So we're going to have to just see if price wants to get down to this level. What this level is, it's the lows from, on the daily chart, it's the lows from October 31st and November the 4th. So there's relative equal lows sitting there. And we're going to have to see if we can get a position in to take those shorts. Price on the 15-minute is pretty bearish right now. It just pushed into the lower half of this fair value gap here on this right-hand chart. And on the 1 hour, you can see here, or on the daily, let's start with the daily here. We've got a bullish PDA, price traded yesterday into the daily fair value gap and it dropped like a rock. I managed to grab a couple positions short actually. 3 positions yesterday, all wins. So had an overall nice day of 4,500 total across all my accounts. And today I do want to see the momentum push until we tag this low right here. 2248. That's going to be the target. And this morning, I did try to trade the morning session. I had 1 win, 1 loss. I did take a short off of this inversion right here once price took liquidity to the downside. And I did take a loss trying to capture a short down to this level right here. So it looks like price did leave it for another time. But it is what it is. So let's give price 5 minutes to open up, or 8 minutes actually. And we will see if we'll be able to catch something today. I did map out a couple of inversions. So this right here, it could be used as a possible inversion, this fair value gap here. You can see it nicely kind of pushed down. It kind of rejected the midpoint, closed below it on the 1 minute basis. And all in all, the midpoint of the RTH gap is going to be right here. Midpoint of RTH gap. So price might revisit higher before it goes lower, but just based on the order flow here on the 15-minute, price may stall here, and this might be the drop from 930. But we'll see. We'll hunt the first presented fair value gap after 930, and we'll try to take a shorter. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Tal. Nice to have you. Yesterday I managed to grab some really nifty trades. I did post it in Discord, but it was essentially two shorts that I took one after the other. One of them was rejecting key support into resistance, quick short of 93 points. And then I took another one as well off of the first percent fair value gap of Friday for another 100. So yesterday I caught almost 200 points shorts. It was a nice day. Yeah, how you doing, Del? How are things on your end? Nice. Did you trade the morning session or are you just logging to the charts right now? This is really interesting to see some kind of rejection right here. So price pushed to the midpoint of this inversion and it just dropped like a rock. We're opening in 5 minutes, but my prediction is price is just going to shoot down to this liquidity here, but we'll see. Small green most days. Paper trade to London. Nice. If you get small green days on most days, and that's consistent, the last key is just to size up, and those small wins become bigger wins. Yeah. But so far, when it comes to looking at key levels here, I do like on the daily how price tested the midpoint of this wick, came up higher today, dropped lower. And on the 4 hour, again, very bearish PA. Like, do we think price is just going to revert and just start pushing higher? I don't think so. I really think it's going to want to tag liquidity first. And then you can see on the 1 hour here, we did have a pretty good fair value gap here forming. Price right now is pushing up into it. And I'm expecting for there to be a run to the down end. So we'll have to, when's 9:30? This is crazy volatility for pre 9:30. I'll tell you that right now. But I do want to see some kind of push down here. So if I were to position size something, it would be something like this. And then hopefully catching like a 3-to-1, hopefully post open. I do like how the bodies are still respecting this inversion here for a post 9:30 open. Anyways, 9:30 can do anything, but it's nice to see this is being rejected. Remember on my chart, blue means bullish fair value gap, so BISI's, red is SIBI's sell side, and then yellow is what I think is probably going to be an inversion. So this is really nice to see. Pushed up again, wicked above it, came into this inversion, hit that midpoint, dropped lower. It's not something I'm willing to trade pre 9:30. I'll have to wait for something clean. But the best trades are when you have a bias and it essentially takes out a lot of traders against your bias, and then it starts reversing. Like those trades, the fake outs, the Judah swings, those are the most high probability setups. So is this like the pre 9:30 Judah swing? It could be just taking out liquidity before it pushes to the final level. The 5 minute looks a bit bullish in my opinion, if you guys are looking at that chart. Let's give it 2 more minutes. Adele, is my stream smooth or is it choppy? I just want to make sure the output is suffice. Smooth, good, okay. Oh, hey WF, how's it going? WF's caught some wins yesterday. Some shorts with me on stream. It's a quick little like one-to-one. Okay, 930 is gonna open up, right? It just opened up. Okay, so we have our RTH gap. It's pretty large, 170. I'm not expecting it to, because it's so large to the downside. What ICT is saying is that it shouldn't retrace too much. Like I shouldn't see it pass like this level here or the midpoint. It should stay bearish. And then we'll want to kind of see it drop lower to this level here. So let me map this on Top Step. 278. Oh my gosh. 278. Sorry, 248. This is the difficulty of working with two charts, one on Top Step and one on Trading View. Okay, 2248. Okay, I got that level marked. So what we want to see is so there's, okay, so some negative about today. On Forex Factory, there's no news today, nothing. So it's going to be maybe a lacklustering trading. Usually when we see news, that's when we want to see like that injection of volatility and then we trade with it. Unfortunately, we don't have that today. Today is a lower probability day. So do keep that in mind when you're looking at risk. Tomorrow's going to be better. But again, tomorrow is the Wednesday before NFP, so trading's going to get tricky. So price right now pushed into this inversion fair value gap just above the midpoint. That's okay. I'm okay with that. It rejected lower. I am looking for, let's see here. Tempted to short it from here, but I got to wait for a bit more. Maybe I won't get that bit more, guys, to be honest. Let's see here. Price is going to collapse. $931, no fair value gaps. I can't short from here because my risk to reward will be 1-to-1. And that I am not down for. There's technically volume imbalance right there. Price went up. Closing that price. I had a feeling that I wouldn't be able to get an entry. Oh my gosh. Let's see. 15-second scalping. Let's see if we can get something here. Still seeing nothing of interest. This would have been like a very advanced trade, like taking it off of this rejection here. Honestly, not my cup of tea. We're going to have an instant balance here. Like if price were to close somewhere here, I have a feeling price is just going to plummet. But let's see in 20 seconds how this 1 minute candle is going to close. And then you can, a 20 pip trade, maybe. So far, there hasn't been a single fair value gap on the 15-second or on the 1 minute. This is good, to be honest. I'm liking this. This is a double bottom. This is like a very shallow rate of liquidity here. So I'm seeing this as not the best double bottom, but something that we can possibly target. It touches inefficiency here. You guys can see how the body's closed. Really interesting on the 15-second. And we have our first 15-second fair value gap right here. All right, so this we can probably work off of. First presentation. So see how we rejected it nicely. Bodies are staying above it. For me to take an aggressive short here, I'd have to break below it, retest, and then that's going to be my line in the sand for taking price shorter. Right now I'm just waiting. I've got to be a bit patient here. The patient trader makes the money. Always. It's just the stop loss has to be at a spot where if I know it breaks, I'm wrong on my bias. Can't be a gamble. So price is rejecting this to the upside. I'm not interested in longs right now. No way. Now with this liquidity sitting below us, this has to break before I start looking at longs. The 1 hour, the 15-minute, everything is ultra bearish. So price went once again into this volume imbalance. Not a single fair value gap yet on the 1 minute. Price might even grab these highs right here above us. They're relatively equal. So you guys see how like we always have to wait for a bit more and try to really demand from PA something very clean and clear. But this right here is definitely bait. How much did it go below it by? Like 2 ticks. A tick 0.75. It's above this inversion now. That was very well respected. Price might be digging into this price right here next. Mean threshold of the RTH gap. That's not the mean threshold. But again, I've no interest right now in this. The 15-minute, if it were to close like this in 7 minutes, my interest in shorts would be lowered, definitely. It's because it wicked down. It technically took out liquidity and then pushed higher. But I will be shocked if this 1 hour fair value gap doesn't hold to the downside and price decides to leave those lows from November 1st and October 31st from last year. In 20 minutes, I do want to see price close. Hopefully, with the bodies within the fair value gap, it's going to be better if it's at the midpoint. We have our first presented fair value gap, guys. This is going to be a key level for us. I'm going to map this on the 15-second as well, just to see how price is respecting it. But ultimately, right now, if price were to break down from this level through the RTH, through the first presentation, coming back up, retesting it, and coming back lower, that would be, for me, a nice trade. So something like this. That'd be a great trade, in my opinion. So that's kind of possibility 1. What I'm not liking is how the 15-minute looks like right now, how the 5-minute looks like. Those candles have to change a bit. If price collapses on the 15-minute down to somewhere here, then I'm okay with that candle shape. It's going to be more of like an indecision candle. Taking out the midpoint, reversing, and also keeping this portion open. It's just going to mean that it's going to be fairly bearish too, right? So this left open is a good thing. It doesn't have to fill. It just means that price is bearish. And it's really treating it like a fair value gap. So let's be a bit more patient. Let's see how this is going to respect here. So I'm going to be looking at the 15-second chart, seeing how the midpoint respects, how the open and the close of this first presented fair value gap respects. But if I can see closures to the downside, creating a 15-second fair value gap to the downside, it's going to come back up, retest it, and that's going to be my short. That's going to be my one shot for today. You can see how I rejected here. This first presentation. The structure on the 1 minute, this is a market structure shift. So after a long down day, this can be seen as an MMS, right? Created a lower low, it broke this level here, making it a market structure to the upside. So this is another negative for taking a short. I wouldn't say this is like an A+ setup. So be wary. Now let's see if nice. I do need to see a close below it. My stop would definitely be above here. I do take a position. I want to, once it retests in 7 seconds, if this is left open, once it retests it, I'm going short. It's going to be a 3-to-1. I'm going to take one small short right now. There's one. Okay, so that's 1 micro right there for me. I'm going to take one more micro the moment it touches that area. Okay. So the 1 minute never closed. So this is a higher risk entry, guys. So this 1 minute close, I'm not crazy about, but the 15-second, I'm okay with that PA. So now we just wait. Price broke through, or it's attempting to break through the 15-second fair value gap. Let's go. Is this going to be it? My stop right now is sitting right here for a $180 loss. Once it breaks this level, I'm out. I'm wrong about the bias. We'll see. But I think that's going to, I'm fairly confident. I'll say my confidence right now is 70%. It's going to drop. 70-40. Look at the 1 hour here. Beautiful. 15-minute, beautiful. 5-minute looks even better. But I'm just taking it to here. Can you take it lower? I think so. But I'm just going to take my quick $300 per account and go home. I am going to move right now to break even since it's very close to my stop. So my stop loss is right. If it comes back to this level and takes me out, whatevs. But I'm not going to risk it taking me on and reversing from here once again. You know what? On second thought, here, let me put my stop back where it should be. I'm just going to leave it as is. Come on, price. That wasn't okay. I did not like that. But the stop is at a reasonable level right now. If it tags me out, it tags me out. But I do want to see price push lower from here. That was very unfortunate, that little push there, but so far price is still, it should still drop from here. Sold half. I was thinking of doing that too. This is surprising. Like price doing something like this where it's what, like 13 points away from hitting my profit and it just reverses like that. If I had my stop here, I would have been taken out, to be honest, guys. But I'm still in. If price breaks above the first presentation, then I'm out. This is nice. This is really nice right here on the 15-second. Like all these little bodies just failing to close into the first presentation. This I'm liking. You guys want to be more aggressive with your stop loss, it can be stopped above these highs here. Again, it's risky. Price just might just like tap you out and go lower, but I'm accepting the loss here of 160. And all you need to do is, if it is a lead position, just take the same approach for the next day. You keep doing that with controlling your lots and your risk, and you're profitable. Simple as that. I'm out. Unfortunate. Close. Almost. Talk about manipulation. That was an unfortunate trade. So my 1% is 200 bucks. So I guess I'm slightly below 1R there, but if it closes once again below it, I might attempt a second short. But again, we have relative equal lows here again below us. Sometimes it's good to partial out right before the target. Let's see here. So price right now on the 1 minute, the bodies are still closing within the first presentation. If it breaks to the upside, can it go higher? Yeah. But I just want to see how this 1 hour is going to hold price and if it's going to send price lower. Like if price kind of breaks this level right here again, like the open of this candle, it might want to push lower. But that's going to be my signature that I'm waiting for. Yeah, WF, I think he managed it correctly as well. Selling half or partialing out. Let's wait for, okay, so the 950 macro is coming up. So if you guys don't know what it is, between 950 to 10 o'clock to 10:10, this is a macro, okay? This little block right here. And price tends to spool in the direction it wants to go during this macro. Like this is where it makes money. So far the 1 hour is still looking okay. The 5 minutes looking okay. The 50, all the time frames are looking still okay for a short. This is not fun price action. This is called, I think, It's not time distortion. I think this is a seek and destroy profile where it's just going up, down, up, down. And sometimes if you know that if you're in a seek and destroy profile, it's best to stop trading. But my rules are 2 losses for a day and I'm done. So let's see if today I can catch the short and make up for my loss. But again, this trade became even more juicier to the downside. Let's see how this 1 minute's going to close. Okay, nice. 15 second close below it. 1 minute close below it. Okay, I took a short. During that same level there. So my second short looks something like this here. It's trading below the 15 second fair value gap. If price comes back up to here, I might scale in 1 more micro. If not, it's going to take me out my profit. Fortunately, this is only going to be $130. So even if it hits, I will be slightly negative for the day, but that's okay. And if it decides to push back up, then that's going to be funny. But it's 9:51. We're in the macro right now. So I'm expecting for price to drop from here. And just to take out this liquidity here. It's just literally candy waiting to be taken. I'm even liking how we have a fair value gap inside of this first presentation. It just makes this move so much better just because it's showing a willingness to go down. Let's see. I like how it came up, touched the lower half of the first presentation on the 15 second here, and it dropped further. That's nice to see. Again, it's below the 15 second first presentation. Nice to see as well. My entry was a bit lower. It was something here. Once it passes these equal lows here, I'm going to break even on the trade. It's going to sit right above this wick here. I don't want to see it going back higher again. Is that PTSD? Maybe from my previous trade, but it's gonna. My risk right now is barely. So my risk right now is $31. I have a feeling it might collapse lower, to be honest. Like on the my trade is at break even. Hold on here. It breaks this bearish order block and it doesn't push lower. It's gonna stop me out at 0. I want to see this hold right here. this bearish order block. If not, it might push up higher into this, and then I'll take another short at a higher risk reward. But I do want to see this kind of holding up here. Messy price action, guys. This is really tough to trade through. Like look at this. So yeah, I got tagged out at break even. That was a break even trade. Oh, tough, guys. If price comes back to this level here and rejects it, I'm going to go in for my third short. That was a good rejection. Got in short once again. So this is a more aggressive stop loss. I got my stop loss right here. I don't want price revisiting this area once again to reject it. And ultimately, it's going to be this trade right here. Maybe that's it. Maybe like this is crazy PA. Like once this high gets broken, I'm done. I'm locking myself out for the day for, it's going to be minus 300 if this hits my stop loss. This is like this is very like, guys, this is seek and destroy. This is, I don't know what you want to call it, but this is really, really tough PA to trade through. It's messy. It's not moving. And I'm trying to catch a move. So this is going to be my last position for the day. There's value in it, but if it decides to go back up, then let it. And if price does break this level, I have a feeling it's not going to go back up. I feel like it's going to continue dropping. But we'll see. Right now, this is a 1.5 to 1 to me. Hold on. Where is my true entry? It's right there. Okay, it's almost 10 o'clock. This is mental PA. If price is willing, it should drop from here. If it's going to go back up and take my stop loss, then let it. There's a triple bottom here below us now. So much liquidity. So price is rejecting like the mean threshold of this wick right here, which is nice to see. See how the mean threshold's right there and the bodies are staying within it. But all in all, I think it's a 50-50 shot right now for me. It's weighted to the downside, of course, because I took the trade, but we'll definitely see. It might tag me out and then drop lower in the next 10-15 minutes. But if you guys aren't in a trade, this is something where you sit out completely. Yeah, this is crazy tough. Good boy. Now watch it go up from here. It's I'm gonna have to go break even the moment it breaks these lows right here at 260, because there's a chance that it might just come up. Yes, we did it. Oh my gosh, that was very frustrating trading that. I'm up how much? Roughly $80, $90 for all my 5 accounts. Okay. And you remember how I said if it drops, it might drop a lot lower? I had a feeling this was it. Like, this was a fucking spring. And once it broke through. Yeah, nice job, guys. If you guys got wins today between the times of 9:32 till now, congratulations. Very tough PA. And if you guys can make money on PA like this, trending days become so much easier. Sorry, guys. Let's see what you guys said. Dell, it is tough. Kelris, I've realized that my best trainings happen after 10-10s. I didn't bother trading before. Hey, listen, if that's what you've noticed, then paper trade before and then real trade after. So that paper trading is giving you more stats on what you should be doing kind of, you know, before a 10-10. And maybe, Claris, like once you get enough like experience, you're like, oh, I can trade the 9:30 to 10-10 now. And then you start trading it. But those are great observations if you guys can figure that out. Small red just made nice. Small red just made the most of my losses back. That's how we do it, Dell. Going to wait now. It's very mental exhausting trading this type of PA, but props for you. Yeah. So once you guys get past the threshold of, I think like 4,000 per, like 4,000 to 5,000 per account, you don't feel that trailing anymore and you trade freely. Like there's no more rules technically. So you guys just have to get to that point, and slowly and surely. Oh no, Rose K came on. The nemesis of the chat. We have 7 of here watching. Nice. Yeah. So you know what, guys? Price did what I wanted to do. What can it do next? So if we look at what price did, it punched into the RTH gap twice here. It created a risk presentation fair value gap. We used that as a mean to go short. We finally got our shorts, and looking at like the 1 hour, it's very bearish, but where can price go next? If it continues dropping, I have a feeling it's most likely gonna target this area here, right? Like here's the next pool of sell side liquidity. And to be honest, the stretch here, in my opinion, it's tough. Like look how much we've already dropped. Can price drop further? Like another 100? It can, right? For context, it would have to get here. But in my opinion, I think the morning moves have been caught. It can drop lower, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to look at 1:30 for the afternoon session and see if we can kind of catch something. So yeah. But I guess on that note, guys, I'm gonna cut the stream. It was a quick one, 40 minutes. We came out positive, 3 trades, 1 loss, 1 break even, and 1 win. And even if we're right 30% of the time, as I was today, technically, we're still in profit. So that's how you leverage good risk management and sound biasing against price action makes you money time and time again. So thanks, guys. Good idea, all of you, including myself. I'm waiting till the PM, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye for now. And feel free to drop a like. Would really appreciate that. Thanks, guys.